Good morning. What I'm going to talk today is a very important thing in life. It's a very one important thing. It's about focus. You know, we want to achieve success in life. We want to do this. We want to do that. We have very big dreams in life. And only one or two people achieve that goal. Why? Because it's all because of the focus. If you have the focus on your goal, if you have the focus on what you want to achieve in life, you will definitely achieve. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. You can just imagine. Dr. Graham Bell, he was the first person to think about a telephone. How can a person imagine, that he will talk from here and it will be communicated through the wires, and it will be someone at the other end of the wire will be listening to it. It's very simple. Today the technology is so simple. We have a wireless, we have a lot of things. But during that time, with that level of education, so that level of development, how would people think that? But he could imagine. He could imagine. He had the focus. He made that phone. That's why we just call up and say hello. Hello is supposed to be the name of his wife, I guess. Or his girlfriend. So that's how it's his focus. Like Thomas Alva Edison. He made the light bulb. How he could make? Because he I think he conducted around 10,000 experiments. Like us, we will just give up within next 2 or 3. There's no working, so this may not be possible, and I'm just imagining something that is weird. But he didn't give up at 10,000 and 10,001. The 10,001st was the light bulb. And when people asked him, how you did so much, how did you keep your motivation? He said, no, I was learning that which materials could not be used for making bulb. Means 10,000 materials, that can't make a bulb, and that was the one element, that could make a bulb. There's tungsten in that initially. So that's how the focus is. So when if you just imagine, you just go out for a hunting, and you keep on changing the target. You first attempt a rabbit. Then suddenly, as you're about to leave your arrow, you see a deer. You want a deer. No. You see a bigger animal. Maybe say an elephant, or no, elephant we don't eat, right? Maybe some antelope or something, and you change the target, right? So if you keep on changing the target, then you will get nothing. You will get nothing. You have to be, your focus has to be very clear. So remember in our childhood days, what we used to do, we used to carry a magnifying glass, magnifying glass, and we used to focus on a piece of paper. If the sun rays used to start the fire on the paper, right? That's all because of focus. The congregation of the rays of the light, the focused light is making the fire, right? So that is the tendency of the focus that you should have. That's the energy that you should have. But we often lack. We are often dismayed and distracted. We think that things are not working, system is not good. We have hell lot of complaint, right? People around are not supportive. That happens. That's natural. You cannot communicate your dreams, aspirations in the best way possible to anybody. Nobody will understand you. But it's your duty to make them understand, make them follow your track, make them work behind you, and move ahead. You have to be a person achiever. You have to be in the front. You have to be energetic. You have to know everything. And then only you can check and balance the subordinates or the people who are behind supporting you. So that is the tendency of the focus. Otherwise, you will lose. You will lose. If I saw one at the movie, and there an athlete was in UK. He was supposed to he was there for a athletic move, and he saw a beautiful girl. Then what happened was he got distracted for some time, and he went to the bathroom and he slapped himself. He slapped himself thrice. Then he said, "No, I'm here to achieve goal. My duty here is to get the medal, right? I want to do the best." And that's why that energy, kept him moving, and finally he achieved that. He got the gold medal. It has to be very, very specific. The goal has to be very specific. Like Arjuna. Arjuna was Krishna was giving an arrow. He was given an arrow, and he was asked to hit on the bird's eye. Right, bird's eye. He Others had lot of many came and tried. And when they were asked to describe, they said that they saw branches, they saw this, that. And no, he was given a task to hit the bird's eye. So when Arjuna was asked, "What do you see?" and he said that my arrow just sees the bird eye, nothing else. There's nothing else in this world, that I can see. I can just see the bird's eye. That's the focus. That's the tendency of focus. And if that is the focus, if that focus you can build, then you can achieve. That's why today thousands, millions of people are working hard day in and night, but only few, one or two really go ahead in life, because the difference is not with the work that we do. That's not with the energy that we put in. It's with the focus that we put in. If we're just focused on our goal, then obviously we will achieve. We have to forget everything. People will come, they will dissuade you. People will say, "No, it's very tough. There's nothing you can take when you die." That's very simple to tell that. There's nothing you can take when you die. That's universal. That's the universal dialogue of the people who don't achieve. That's they talk about death. They say that will nullify everything. That's, of course, that's truth, universal truth. But tomorrow your children will ask you. Your children will ask you, "What did you do in your life?" You didn't achieve anything. Because you didn't have the focus. Had you focused on one thing, you would have done a great thing. So choose one great thing and focus yourself. Focus yourself. Make a target. Achieve it. That's life. So have a great weekend. Take care.